Welcome to the Secret Underground Laboratory Recovery and Salvage, where rude mechanicals do magic. Hello, I'm Bronze Age, Director of the Secret Underground Laboratory Recovery and Salvage, and today we're at the BF bench with a Duncan Phyfe style parlor table that has lost its footing. Duncan Phyfe was a cabinet maker when early American was modern, and he popularized this style of the three-legged pedestal table. Now, joining four pieces of wood together like this is a fairly complicated thing, and there's more than one way to do it. Now, the way Duncan did it was by cutting a dovetail-shaped groove here in the bottom of the pedestal and a matching dovetail in the leg, and it slipped together like that. And this is pretty good because it resisted the forces that would try to spread the leg apart, and it also held the weight of the table. This is fairly labor intensive. That all had to be cut by hand. So later furniture manufacturers came up with a cheaper way to do it, which is simply put two dowels in the pedestal, drill some holes in the leg, and glue them together. Now that does hold the weight of the table, but it really doesn't have much way to resist being spread apart. And we see a lot of them here in the lab where the legs have split, these pieces have broken, and fairly common kind of problem. This particular table does it a third way. First, the pedestal is made in pieces, and the groove for the dovetail, instead of being cut from the bottom, is from the top, and the leg slips down like that. Now, the reason for that is because this is fabriqued in China, or made in China. And this allows all the pieces to be stacked in a fairly small box for shipping. Now, when you take your fairly small box home, there's a steel nut inside this wooden collar and a screw on the pedestal. You screw it together and put your table legs into the dovetail grooves. And there's supposed to be a steel nut in here, but it's actually on here. And what's happened is that steel nut has overcome the resistance of the wood and it's pulled out. Someone has tried to glue it back together, but not being able to properly clamp it so that the glue could take hold, it fell apart again. And our job today is to repair this in a way that it can't be taken apart, but then again it won't fall apart one more time. We're at the Packard Precision 12-speed drill press, and I've installed my universal drilling holes in tall things jig, which is basically a piece of 4x4 clamped to this board here. And I've got it as square and as plumb as really as practical with any kind of wood. And since there's already a hole here, I used a 1/2-inch drill bit to get that lined up, which again is going to be about as close to center as possible. And it's always good to have little extra fixtures, which makes your clamping a one-hand operation, so that everything just goes together a little easier. Even though there's some time in doing this, it makes doing the actual job a lot simpler. Got a 3/4-inch Forstner bit drilling into some kind of unknown Asian hardwood, so we're running at 500 RPM. And basically the same setup on the second piece. Now, getting all the glue off exposed this white wood that it's made of and the tops of the legs here. So I'm going to touch up this with a little bit of red mahogany stain before I assemble it. Catch that there. And it's going to be held together with this pin which for a glue fit, I want it to be a nice, easy slip fit, so there'll actually be a layer of glue between the two pieces of wood. I'm using Titebond 2 because that's what I happen to have on the shelf right now, and the peg has 2 flat spots sanded on it. And for something with this awkward a shape, I'm going to rely on the most reliable clamp of all, which is gravity. Well, this is Surprise Age for the Secret Underground Laboratory. I appreciate you sitting through this video on repairing a third kind of Duncan Phyfe pedestal table. We'd really like it if you would hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already. Questions and comments are welcome. I respond to all. And again, thank you for watching.